Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hi. I like this beat.
I do too.
It's probably a little too loud, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Turn that down.
Turn that shit down, goddammit.
I pulled off in the bins. Pretty ting on my side. You don't want these ends. What? All right, boys.
Bangers and Mash. The name of our first album is Bangers and Mash.
Bangers and Mash.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think it's a good one.
I think it works.
Who is Bangers and who is Mash? I would probably be Mash because I just think like fluffy white mashed potatoes. Like that's me in a nutshell.
And I'm what? Just like a
You're Bangers with a Z.
I'm just a dried out English sausage. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Dimpled.
Blood pudding.
Boys, welcome into the Wine Boys podcast, where you can find us on social media at Wine Boys Pod. It's Boys with a Z. Wine Boys Pod. Your wine inquiries and all of your fine suggestions for places, for apparently restaurants too. I got a restaurant suggestion the other day in the email. They were just like, hey, go here. And I was like, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Cool. I did. It was good.
Slick Boys.
wineboyspod@gmail.com. I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. DM for stand-up bookings, for just general,
recklessness.
Recklessness. I do kids' birthdays too. I mean, just whatever. Man, whatever you got for me.
You do balloon animals?
You got a microphone? I'll suck it. I mean, I'll.
All right.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the trick I do at the end of every one of my acts. I just deep throat microphone. Yeah. And they're just like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
It's lovely. Okay.
He unhinges his jaw like a python.
Boys, follow me on all of your socials at Lord Gerald on the Twitters and the Instagrams. Speaking of unhinging your jaw like a python, keep a lookout at my OnlyFans. Finally doing my first BB scene.
Here's the problem.
What?
Is that you need to actually do it.
What?
I need you to create an OnlyFans account. Like, why haven't we yet?
An OnlyFans of just me, like, sitting in a computer chair masturbating?
Yeah, which is, honestly, like, you're going to make, probably, I mean, at minimum, $100 a week. I mean, shit.
I mean, you know what? That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
Right?
What does Gary Vee say? You got to hustle.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, there's no wrong with making an extra couple, extra $100 a week.
Think about it. Like, what are you doing at home anyway?
Just lazily masturbating, in Crocs.
Now you got to do it for profit.
Wow. So I can lazily masturbate.
Boys, we'll get
Crocs.
more into our business strategy. Okay? We'll get more into our business strategy as this episode progresses. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Good evening, or whatever time of the day it is, boys.
I know I have I keep forgetting because, this here podcast gets recorded at an earlier time.
We're all about, everything is on demand with podcasts.
Everything's on demand. So when we say
the radio of the future. So today,
the shitty disc jockeys that didn't make it.
Exactly. Me being one of them. By the way, I'm still available for bookings at your local roller skating rinks. Just give me a call.
Big Bob in the morning.
All right. Today we're drinking 2017 vintage Murph. The distinct wines
Such a good name.
Of David Murfeld.
I just imagine that like you're just you're in a city block and you're just like standing there and then somebody like across the street's like, "Hey, yo, Murph," and it's just like that was
my dog Murph.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know Murph? Oh, Murph. Let me tell you, he used to.
Hold on a second. God damn it! No, keep talking about Murph.
What? What did you forget? Did you forget the? Oh, you don't have a wine cork, don't you? No, where is it? Go get it. All right. So Murph, I just imagine is like a real like slick talking kind of like slick talking, smooth, like got really, really nice. Like he doesn't have like nice suits, but he's got like a nice jacket. Like it's just like it's not a full suit, but the jacket's nice. It's like velvet.
But the pants are like Dockers.
They're regular ass like slacks.
Okay.
And it's just like, man, Murph's looking fresh. It's like, yeah, that you see that jacket?
Got it from a thrift store.
Yeah,
it's a nice jacket.
It is. It's velvet.
So what do we say about Murph? Now there's a Chardonnay from Columbia Valley. Let's see. It says Murph stands for something. More importantly, someone, David Murfeld, his journey from Iowa family farmer to Washington winemaker started in brewing, with some interesting detours along the way. Murph believes in honest, hard work, and that's ingrained in his bottle of American craftsmanship. His wine is something to be discovered, tasted, and enjoyed with friends. Ask for it by name. Murph. Tastes like honey, ripe citrus, and vanilla. Pair it with fried fish, roasted veggies, and lemon cake.
No, really?
Yeah, look at right
That's
here.
what it says?
Yeah, look. Pair it with lemon cake.
What is like Martha? What does Martha Murph like make a really good lemon cake?
She probably does.
Yeah.
That shit probably slaps.
You try Martha Murph's lemon cake?
Mama Murph's lemon cake.
It goes really well with this proprietary Chardonnay.
Mama Murph's lemon cake.
He's from Iowa, huh?
Yeah, originally. I guess he comes from a family of Iowa farmers.
Really? Yeah, there was a raging hard caucus there.
Yes,
yesterday.
there was a raging hard caucus that we're just getting the results for right now.
Yeah.
We're recording this on a
How the
Tuesday, by
fuck?
the way. This will be released on Wednesday.
In a presidential year, already in the first balloting. Now, mind you, I know nothing. Can you tell me what a caucus is? Like, I know nothing about politics,
now,
but
it's been a long... From what I remember about a caucus from taking
AP government.
Been
there. Ugh.
In high school.
Why?
Okay, so from what I remember, a caucus...
I gotta tell you my AP English story. I never told you that. Okay.
Tell me in a minute. Anyway, what I remember, basically, they have certain people that are selected as delegates. And I think there's like...
Degenerates?
Yeah, degenerates.
Okay.
Delegates. I think there's like 50 of them or something like that. Anyway, they all get in a room. The candidates come, or people for the candidates come. They make their argument as to why.
I thought you were just going to leave it at that. Like, the candidates come.
Yeah, the candidates just come. No, but...
and they put it in a caucus and they shake it up.
The candidates come, and all the delegates stand in the middle of the room. They listen to the candidates, and then basically they decide on which candidates they like the best. And whoever gets the most delegates wins the caucus. So... Whereas Iowa and I think one other state has a caucus. Other than that, everybody else has primaries. So primaries are just like elections where basically everybody votes.
Yeah.
Except...
And you make your choice based off of who's available.
Yes. But with a caucus, it's these delegates that are chosen. They're the ones that pick who gets the nomination for their state, who they want to get the nomination.
Okay.
Historically, the Iowa caucus is so significant. I don't know why I'm giving you guys like some sort of civics lesson.
I mean,
anyway,
the boys need to be cultured and informed. This is a big year. All right, we're either going to burn in a fiery hell or not.
Okay, so historically, the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary are the two most important early voting things in selecting who eventually gets to run for president in like the big dance, because they're the first two political contests.
Talking about it like it's March Madness.
Yeah, well, pretty much. So anyway, they're the first two big political contests. So historically, if you win in the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary, you're gonna get the nomination and you're gonna be the one that people are voting for potentially in the general election.
Okay.
So as of right now, with 62% of the voting in, Pete Buttigieg has 26% of the vote and 10 delegates.
Okay.
And then followed by Bernie Sanders.
I got to tell you that you did a great job.
Thank you.
Just then, explaining everything. I retained two things.
Wow.
Caucus is fun to say.
It is. Mm-hmm. It sounds a lot like caulk.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like caulk.
Caucus.
Yes, it's just fun to say, especially when you say raging hard caucus. Like it's just there's
it's
nothing.
Like it's like you're from Boston and you're vulgar.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see that caucus? It was Like, wait, I'm sorry, are you talking about the election? No, I'm talking about James's caucus. Like,
So you're like, yeah, suck my fucking cock, you fucking queer. My father was a cop.
Yeah,
I was watching The Departed recently, actually.
oh god, that movie will catch you in a Boston accent for the rest of the week.
Oh
like,
my god, it will. I'm murdering this
yeah.
cork right now.
Sag, we going Sag?
Where you going, Sag?
It was that movie will
it's just-
you'll just accidentally speak. Same thing with The Town, especially
I'll have
Jeremy.
cranberry juice.
Yeah, especially with Jeremy Renner on screen, like
Yeah.
you're fucked. Like if you just watch the movie for 5 minutes and you're just like you start getting angry about like what's not in the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Or that one Super Bowl commercial, the car park.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was
It's
funny.
Big Papi.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me he lived in this building?
It's your pocket.
That was pretty fun. That was the one ad I think I audibly laughed out loud. Like I was just like, they're speaking in Boston accents. This is great.
This is fucking great.
Yeah,
Fucking putting on for fucking Foxborough.
yeah.
Or that and the Jason Momoa ad.
That was pretty funny.
I thought it was good.
I wasn't like the Super Bowl ads weren't like, revolutionary. Listen, if there's no Budweiser Clydesdales, like
Yeah,
don't even talk to me.
True.
Don't even talk. I said don't talk to me.
I'm just hoping I don't break this cork.
You're like really not doing a good job.
I know. Well, my screw-in was rough.
You're doing just bring it up to the second.
Yeah.
Bring it up to the second tier
I'm bending my thing.
and just pull. You're fucking.
I'm trying to open this. We're stalling.
You got it. You got it.
Gerald, you're blowing it.
Everyone's listening.
Everyone's listening. You're fucking it. You screwed the pooch.
You really screwed the pooch on this one. All right.
Nailed it. Okay.
Absolutely crushed it.
Okay. That's not bad.
So I thought.
Yeah. No, that's not bad at all.
Good shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, very, very floral.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like Martha's lemon cake.
So let's get our initial pour.
Sounds like you're talking about something else when you say Martha's lemon cake,
Martha's lemon cake. What is that like?
Don't talk about my mom that way.
God damn, your mother.
Your mother makes the most delectable, moist lemon cake.
Your mother had a great lemon cake.
Meanwhile, her degenerate drunk son just takes everything to heart, so he gets really upset. So he's just
talk about my mom.
Talk about my fucking mom again. He's just like, Jerry, stop it.
Yeah, and then he's like, what, Jerry? You gonna be a man now? Because I'm talking about how good your mama's lemon cake is.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm talking about a pussy.
And then Jerry shoots him.
It's
the fucking
It's not
face.
like I'm talking about a pussy, but that was good too.
Yeah. Ooh. And then Jerry grabs the revolver
What, you mad?
out of his clutch and shoots the man.
You mad because I'm in these stretched out Hanes boxer briefs cooking eggs?
I just imagine the scene from Forrest Gump when the principal pats himself down and he goes, "Your mother really cares about your schooling."
All right, let's take our first sips of Murph.
Yeah. Oh,
read what the internet has to say
sorry,
about the
I forgot
reviews.
to post it.
Oh,
I missed my Graham Jam.
you missed the gram. Let's see.
Smells nice. Very clean, very open.
Light aromas.
Very fruity.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
I was gonna say I'm not a big Chardonnay guy, but this is like not terrible. I mean, it's actually borderline good.
Fairly acidic, but
Yeah, but not too much. There's like this. I'm getting this. Are you getting it too? Like you get this weird, like back end flavor. I can't.
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Wait,
It's
hold
kind of
on.
like I don't know what the fuck that is. man.
Pears?
I don't know if it's pears.
Is it Top Ramen?
Something about
Top
something
Ramen.
about Murph. It's the chicken flavored packet from Top Ramen.
Yeah. I was getting beef flavored, but all right.
Threw them all off. It's Oriental.
It's actually the shrimp.
Okay.
Murph Chardonnay. Murph spelled MERF.
Murph.
So my boy Murph. It's from the Columbia Valley of Washington in the United States of America. This wine, average price goes between $9.99 and $12.99. I paid $10.99. This wine characteristically is bold, dry, and acidic, which is essentially what we just said.
It's buttery.
But I was going to say, your tasting notes: butter, oak, vanilla, pear, melon.
This isn't an oak Chardonnay, though, is it?
I don't believe it is.
Okay.
No. Citrus, lemon as well. This is an unoaked steel casted Chardonnay.
Yep. Knew it.
Almost tastes like it's like they added shit to it to give it the more woodsy flavor.
They put wood chips in the steel cask. Yeah.
It's usually what it is. It's not bad though. It now it's opened up a little bit. It's very clean, very clear.
This white might actually benefit from aerating it. A little bit.
Give it a little. Yeah, it's Chardonnay.
Well,
you gotta touch a little air into the.
Yeah. Because also one thing about
Not
a lot
much.
of these bottles are, we don't know how long they've been sitting on the shelves of our local liquoria. Fluorescent lighting isn't ideal for these wines. In fact, fun wine fact for you guys. The reason why a lot of these are put into dark bottles is because light actually degrades the flavors of these wines. So, the more you know.
Ding.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that fun fact. That was awesome.
I mean, we are a wine podcast, right? But we also talk about dicks and titties and buttholes.
In that order.
Yeah.
So this, it's good. It's, I'm not a big shardy boy, so it's like.
Yeah, but it's not bad, though. It's not bad.
Could be worse. It could suck.
We've had a lot worse.
I don't believe me. We drank Excelsior one time.
Excelsior.
It's just fun to say.
Remember that soy sauce brand plum wine I got?
Oh, it was Kikkoman.
Yeah, Kikkoman plum wine.
Yeah.
But we made a plum wine spritzer.
Thank
that
God.
was delightful.
That plum wine was so sweet.
Yes.
It's like it was basically just like it was just sugar. That's what it was.
Semen. It was a lot like what?
Yeah. Salty?
Huh? Oh, okay.
Delicate
It was
flavors.
really sweet. Okay. So Murph. So right now I'm actually aerating this white wine. Typically you don't aerate sweeter white wines, but dry white wines can usually benefit from some aeration.
There's aeration in my station.
There's aeration in this nation. Let's see, what do we got?
Boys Nation under a groove.
How you doing, Murph?
I just, like I said, I imagine Murph.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, I imagine Murph, like I said, kind of being slick talking, wearing a Salvation Army
like a dead guy jacket
with
not the
patches.
suit.
Yeah,
the patches in the elbows.
and it's just like, "Hey, yo, Murph." It's like,
Yo, Murph,
it's like, who called my name?
Murph.
Get out of here, you little young whippersnapper.
Murph is like that one guy on Twitter. You know, that one like white dude on Twitter, but he holds up stacks of cash.
Yeah,
and he's just like, just got my taxes back. Who wants to suck some dick?
Yeah,
You ever see that guy?
Hit me on that Cash App.
Yeah.
It's like you just said you got your taxes back. You're trying to tell me you fucking spent that already?
Yeah, he just like he'll hold up like $30,000 in cash. He's like, "Who's trying to get filled tonight?"
And that's exactly what he would say.
New hundreds in my pockets, new pussy
Yeah.
to be bought.
Who's trying to? God, I love those guys.
Guy might be my spirit animal.
I think he is.
Yeah, I think so.
I just imagine. I mean, I feel like. Now, mind you, you're a father, so you're pretty responsible now.
Of course.
But just wait till 10 years down the road when you have to like think about the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, all right, well, like she can walk now.
she's good. I mean, she's in 5th grade.
She's fine. Kick her out of the fucking house.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, you're finding your own place when you're 16. So
She's like, Dad. And it's just like, by the time, like, what was it going to be, like 2050? Like, shit.
yeah,
You'll be
much.
fine.
2050 in 10 years. Yeah, man. Be like, listen, when I was your age, I had a
2030?
full-time job.
Yeah.
And she just looks, Daddy, I'm 4.
And it's just like,
Fucking leech. Get out of my house.
these are bamboo diapers. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're so strong when you shit through them, it just bounces back into your ass. All right.
You mean to tell me I can't just leave you home with chocolate milk and chicken nuggets?
That's what my dad did, and his daddy before that.
Actually, locally, you remember hearing about that story? In
I
the news?
did. Yeah, that was really funny. Just like, they were actually just given dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Yeah, they like left the baby in a high chair with chocolate milk,
and dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. Yep. Well, yeah, parenthood.
Parenthood. Yeah. Choices.
I got to tell you, like, I always kind of have that like inner monologue with myself. Like, would I be a good dad? And then I see people that are dads and how shitty they are as dads, and I'm like, I could do way better. Like. Mostly because of my heightened anxiety of like the fact that like that baby, I would get one of the baby monitors like I know you guys got the one with the like the TV screen, and so you can see. Soon as that baby's like turns its head and like puts its face like directly down into the mattress, I'm in there. I'm in there like swimwear. Just, hey, don't you die?
Yeah,
don't
but
die.
You can't. That's the thing is you can't do that. Like I know they have those things, but you got to trust that the kid won't die.
But that's my thing. It's like as soon as I hear like not whimpering, I'll just be like, "Don't die." I'll just like walk in and be like, "Don't you?"
Yeah, that's the one thing they say is you just gotta assume that like they're not dead, and it's hard as fuck though for like the first couple of weeks.
I can imagine that. Like, what is that like? Can you tell me? Like, what is?
I will tell you about this.
I'm petrified.
Okay, so, baby's first born. You spend the first like 2 nights in the hospital.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's cool because like the nurses come in and shit. Like they're always got to pop in because they got to check on the baby. They got to check on the mom's vitals, all that.
So your wife.
Yeah. My wife's vitals, all that shit.
My vitals. I'm stressing the fuck out.
I'm just like sitting there sleeping, whatever, like the whole thing. Now remember the night it got real for me. It was night 1. We're sleeping. Like, there's like the bed, the dad gets the bed near the door, woman gets the bed near the window, and then baby's little roller crib is in the middle, the hospital crib. And I remember I'm sleeping.
Those are dope. I want one.
And out of nowhere, I just hear this sound, just, Yahoo! And I shoot up out of the bed. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And my wife was like, babies make noise. And I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, babies, and that's when it got real.
Babies do make noise.
And then I rolled over and went to sleep. So anyway, that was when it got real. So anyway, coming home, right? When babies are first born, they don't really understand the difference between like night and day.
Of course not.
And that you're supposed to sleep during the night and like be awake during the day. So the first 2 weeks are probably the hardest because your kid is supposed to eat like every 3 hours at that point.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, they got to eat every 3 hours. They wake up, they cry, they spend most of their time eating and sleeping, and they shit somewhere in there. A bunch. They shit a lot. And it's pretty runny too. Yeah.
Just like seedy stools. Is that what it is? Just like, looks like
it's just very, very runny.
Does it look like soil?
Shit.
Like topsoil?
The first one does.
Looks like topsoil?
The first one does. It's like nasty and it's really greasy and black. It's like tar. So anyway.
So I should go to the doctor because that's how my shits look right now.
Oh, you got newborn shits. That's cool. So anyway.
I do have the immune system of a 5-month-old, so.
Yeah. So anyway, I remember though, like probably in that first 2 weeks, there was one night where like, there were a few nights the baby was just waking up like every 3 hours on the dot. And then there was one night where the baby just slept. Like, we were like, okay, we put the baby down 8 o'clock. We know she's going to be waking up at midnight, so let's go to bed now because, no, I'm sorry, we put her down at, we know she'll wake up at 11 o'clock because she's got to eat.
Baby's got to eat.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's just put her to bed now. We'll go to sleep now because she's going to be waking up in a few minutes as I'm trying to fall asleep. So fine. Anyway, we all fall asleep. And I remember waking up at like 2 a.m. in a panic because the baby didn't wake up. And at this point, like, she's sleeping in our room. She's got her little bassinet attachment on her pack and play, and we're in the bed. And me and my wife are talking to each other like, what do we do? I mean, I haven't heard her. She's still breathing? I mean, it's 2 a.m. She's supposed to eat again at 11. But everybody says don't wake a sleeping baby. What are we supposed to do? So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to get up and check her to make sure she's still alive. And these are like legitimate fears when you first have a kid. So I get up, I like tiptoe. Because, okay, obviously, I want my child to still be alive, but I don't want to be the one that razzes the baby out of a deep sleep because then she won't go back to sleep. So I like tiptoe over. You know how when you're a little kid and like it's Christmas morning and you want to wake up your parents, but like you want to stealthily sneak, like tiptoe.
And just like see what I got?
Room? Yeah, this is that, but in adult form. So I like tiptoe over to the bassinet and I like lean over and I'm like, now at this point they're like swaddled in and they're sleeping on their back, so you can see their chest and everything moving. They're sleeping.
Yeah, of course.
I like lean over and I'm just like, and I see her just kind of go and still sleeping. Cutest shit you ever see. And I'm like, okay, she's alive. She's sleeping. Let's just let her sleep. So anyway, she probably slept like a good couple more hours, and then she got up and we fed her and, you know, did the whole thing. But we did this shit for about 2 weeks. Okay? The first 2 weeks of this child's life, and my wife was like, I've had enough. She is sleeping in her room. And I was like, all right, let's do it. But that's pretty much how we got her sleeping through the night. Like, by 6 weeks, she was sleeping through the night because it was pretty much like, let her cry it out. Don't go in there. Don't rock her to sleep. Just give her that last bottle, put her down. And unless she's been screaming for like a while, don't go in there. And I mean, when I say a while, I mean like she's been screaming for at least an hour.
Let the monster sleep.
Let her sleep. And the baby sleeps through the night.
Wow.
In fact, there was only one time like recently where like we went in there because the baby was screaming. Come to find out she had a fever.
Well, it's good.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm like, let her sleep.
It's just like, I'm hot.
Want to sweat. Yeah.
That's what I imagine, like, because obviously babies can't talk unless you're a baby genius. But
no.
I was like, I just imagine, like, obviously they can't verbalize what they want to say, but I just know, like, emotionally the cries are just like, you know, I'm hot. I'm so, what is this? What's wetness? It's hot.
I want to move.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Oh man, I remember that night too. We like grabbed her out of bed and she's just looking rough.
I was like, oh man, this baby's gonna throw up.
Yeah. So anyway, my wife goes to give her Tylenol, shoots it in her mouth because they give you a little syringe.
Yeah, the little like baby syringe.
Yeah, shoots. I
got one
mouth.
for my cat. It's the same thing.
Gags, throws it all up. Yeah. And it's like I'm like, holy shit! How'd your little body hold all of that? Soaks my wife in throw up. So then I'm like calling the doctor and they're like, you're gonna have to give her a Tylenol suppository.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, they make little baby suppositories. I did not know this.
They do.
Yeah.
My brother found out the hard way. So
your brother had to take a
once,
baby.
Yeah.
How old was he? 14.
18, but
okay.
Who's counting? Yeah. All right, go ahead and just put that suppository on my anus. Yeah, it was. No, that was the thing. I remember because you ask those prying questions, like when your siblings can defend themselves, and sometimes it's really good artillery if they start talking shit, and it's just like, oh yeah, well this, and I'd be like, listen, I have a suppository up my ass, and he's just
I'm surprised you haven't had a suppository.
I've had an enema up my ass, so
okay,
which is basically a suppository if you're bleeding. It's a
wet suppository.
It's horrible. Actually, I'll tell you a horrible story. So, obviously, my life is full of dread and terrible medical misfortune. So, what happened is I had a procedure. I think they were going to do a colonoscopy on me. So, what had happened is I developed. What had happened was I developed these horrible abscesses. So I had to shit through the abscesses. So I don't know if you've ever had one anywhere on your body, but just imagine it in your taint.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. and it just hurts.
All up in the gooch.
All up in the gooch. So just imagine fire coming out of your ass, having to pass through just these giant, like, abscesses that get to the point where they have to be surgically, removed. Yeah. And you're just shitting. And you get to the point where you're shitting blood. And you call the doctor, and he goes, "That's normal." And I go, "What? What do you mean that's normal?" He goes, "Yeah, it's normal. What do you think happens when you can't shit out, like, shit anymore?" Just like, oh, your stomach is lined with, like, tissue. There's blood. And that's what you shit out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. So,
yeah. Sounds fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a look into my life.
Okay.
That only happened one more time, but 2 more times than you, I bet. You ever had an enema before?
Nope.
It's as bad. It's a turkey baster, essentially. It's a turkey baster with a plastic tube, and the liquid feels.
It?
Yeah, they might as well. Just like, at least can you take me to dinner first, like, before you just shove this enema mat, and it's in my butt. Like, it's just yeah. It's tough when you have to, like, talk about it, which I'm doing right now, and I feel emotional.
Wow.
But
I'll rub your back.
That'd be good, yeah.
So, did the doctor say anything after, like, you can't have anal sex?
Yeah, that was the first thing he said. Well, after he made one crude anal sex joke, he's just like, "That's my dick, it's my finger." No, he didn't do that. I was 12, so
okay.
Could you imagine how weird that would be at the age of 12?
I mean, he'd be Catholic.
Yeah, he'd just be
Father Onassis.
Father Onassis, how dare you?
Oh.
Get your finger out of my behind this instant.
Ooh, the audacity of this young, unctuous boy.
Yeah. I do declare. Yeah. So
I do declare this boy.
He looks like the downside of an eclair.
Ooh, I'm gonna butter your biscuit.
Look at those scones. All right, so
ooh. Call you Cheddar Bay because my knife is hot and ready.
All right, that is disgusting. That is an old man.
Oh, I'm gonna split you like a coconut.
Please don't. That is terrifying.
And drink the milk.
It's white and wet on the inside. Okay. All right. That is good stuff. Quality content.
Tallywhacker's a purple helmet.
All right.
Made for crushing pink cookies.
Oh, God.
Goonie Google. We cut Bigfoots and Wookiees and fat women because they need love, too. So go on, big girl. What you gonna do? You remember that?
Yes.
It's from... What's that song Freaky Things by Ludacris?
It was Ludacris, I was going to say. Nice.
Ludacris was like my favorite rapper when I was like in prime Father Onassis age, when I was like 12.
Cadillac Grills. Cadillac Spills. Check out that oil, man. Cadillac Spills. All right, so...
Check out the hose my Cadillac
Fills. Yeah.
So...
There was a game on Sunday. There's football. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Lamar wasn't playing, so I really wasn't paying attention.
No. Lamar didn't get a chance to stunt on these hoes.
Did win the MVP.
Yes.
Mind you, I think I called it week 3.
Oh, we called it a while ago. We said he was going to be MVP a while ago.
People are just like, "Oh, really?" And we're like, "Yeah, fucking really." I was like, "I don't know if you've seen him play, but he's better than everybody on the field." Yeah, we were pretty on the ball with that.
Yep.
But
everyone's playing Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
He's playing Madden.
Yeah, he's playing Madden with the good graphics. 2020.
Hit sticking these hoes. He's not even on defense.
He's not even trying. Imagine if he was trying. I mean, Jesus.
So, football. Let's see. People were mad at Jay-Z and Beyonce again.
About what?
They sat during the national anthem.
So what?
But, white people gonna white people.
It's true.
Let's see. There was a halftime show that was a little too sexual for the Karens out there.
I know.
White people gonna white people. Then
I got to tell you, I checked Twitter, and I got to be honest, I saw zero complaints from anybody that wasn't white.
Yeah.
And it was always like middle-aged white woman who's just like, my daughter just
With
saw
that asymmetrical haircut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the manager immediately.
Speak to the manager of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she's got a bob. She looks angry. So the I got to tell you though, like that's the thing. Every comment obviously that was going on about the halftime show was just like, "Oh, Shakira trying to get me in trouble."
Yeah.
Yo, J-Lo looking thick, and it's just like, okay, man, like I even said I said something like they had this one. It was funny because like it was some my girlfriend, like she cared about the game, but she was more like, I just want to watch the halftime show.
That's how most women are.
I know, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's a topical thing. So they had this like one. I don't know who was working like the jig mic, which is like the jig mic, the jig camera, the thing that kind of just like sways back and forth. Mm-hmm. But like there was this part where they were like zooming in on Shakira, and she just like started like just twerking like hard.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I was like balls deep in a nacho, and I was like, eating it, and I like turned up the screen. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But that one part where she was like, that one part where she got right in the camera and went, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, she's just turkey calling.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is this woman doing?
It's a cultural thing. Everybody, like, that's the thing. The people got bent out of shape about it. That's just like, well, I'm from, insert Spanish-speaking country here. And that is just a thing that we do. And it's just like, all right, man, I got to be honest, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. I thought it was Philly.
I
went with it.
It's funny. It's an internet. Listen, if it becomes a meme, it means that you're going to remember it.
Exactly.
Why don't you take advantage of your popularity and maybe explain it to us?
Your Cold Stone memery.
Yeah. Instead of getting angry about somebody not understanding, why don't you explain it first?
Yeah.
So,
but other than that, the actual game.
It was a good football. There was good footy ball. Yeah.
It was a good footy football game,
yeah.
particularly in the end.
Yeah, particularly in the last 7 minutes, which is usually the only thing that matters. So
yes, Pat Mahomes decided to Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
and scored 21 points in 5 minutes.
It wasn't just him, but it was a lot of him.
It was a lot of Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce and
Damian Williams.
Damian Williams had a great game too.
Yeah, had 100 yards rushing. Really should have been the MVP of the game, but if you're a quarterback and the winning team, you just win. Even if you have like the worst game ever. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Tom Brady won the MVP last year, and his stat line was like he threw for 110 yards.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacular Tom Brady game. But,
it's just like we're going to give it to Tom Brady because, well,
Tom Brady.
Yeah, because Tom. So yeah. Anywho, so yeah, I'm happy the Chiefs. Mostly because I love Andy Reid.
Yes.
Andy Reid's my favorite coach. And it's not even because here's the thing. It's not because he has like this like bigger than life personality or he's like, somebody that he's just so well respected and like revered by his peers. And also like the answers to like the hard hitting questions like at the end. And it's just like, Andy, listen, it's your first Super Bowl. Everybody says that you deserve it. You're the one that you're the legacy coach that
this is second Super Bowl but first win.
Yeah, second Super Bowl, first win. Everybody said he's essentially like the greatest coach to never win one, and he finally did.
Yeah.
So, but like his brutal honesty, because if you guys, I'm assuming most of the boys that listen to this podcast are sports fans. The aesthetic of Andy Reid,
yes,
big,
yes,
he is what I would call a plus size model.
Yes.
He's a big boy. He doesn't
mustachio.
A mustache with a slight tinge of discoloration from the cigarette smoke, yes. Which I love because I was like, Andy Reid is still chain smoking cigarettes because of stress.
A walrus level mustache, and also shape and size. Yes,
and like I said, that discoloration in the middle that just says Virginia Slims have passed by my lips. Like,
what cigarettes do you really think he smokes?
Marlboro Reds, like 100%.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
he hasn't switched over to Marlboro Lights because of the filters.
I know
he's definitely not smoking Cools. He's definitely not smoking Cools.
No, he's not smoking Cools. No, nothing mentholated. No. He goes, what the fuck? What menthol for?
I want to taste the tobacco.
I'm not a pussy. I just imagine he says it with a lisp.
Yeah,
he ain't a pussy.
I ain't a pussy.
So,
God damn
when
it.
they finally asked him, there was the interview at the end when him and Chris. I love Chris Berman because Chris Berman is still like that. He's like the angry, he's the angry old guy at the corner of the bar that like still. Now he's a Brown University educated man. Like he's one of the smartest guys in the history of sportscasting.
Yes,
but like he still has a hard time like formulating sentences.
Yeah,
and it's just a lot of old age and whiskey, and it's just like, he'll be like, well, he won the big game, and but just these long pauses,
a scotch and soda.
Yeah, he's just like, God damn it, knock my Coke over, and then but like Andy Reid comes over and he's just like, Andy, so you finally won the big game, and it's just like, what are you really like? How are you going to celebrate? He's just like, I'm going to get the biggest cheeseburger you've ever seen. I'm like, yes, fuck yeah, goddamn right you are.
Biggest cheeseburger you ever seen.
If somehow you guys could take a mashup of every fast food cheeseburger single and just slam it together, and we'll just call it the Reed.
The Reed on Big Bread.
Yeah, the Reed on Big Bread. You basically take a single, a Dave's single from Wendy's, a Whopper from Burger King, one half of a Big Mac from McDonald's, the single from Whataburger, and then maybe toss an animal style sauce from In-N-Out with a top bun. Slam it together.
Jesus Christ.
It's called the Reed.
Okay, so I feel like the last few episodes of this podcast,
I'm hungry all the time.
About, I'm just disgusting food concoctions.
I'm hungry all the time. It's not my fault.
Is this a new menu item at Charlie Mustard's?
I could be. What do we call this? It's just called the Reed.
We just take a Whopper with cheese, a Baconator.
It's basically just like you just take one. You take one cheeseburger menu item from like all the major fast food chains in the U.S. and then you just make this conglomerate of like basically a club sandwich, but just cheeseburgers.
And then we smother it in Hormel chili and Velveeta cheese and a little bit of parsley because we're feeling healthy.
And we call it the Reed.
We call it the Reed option.
I like that. Yeah. The Reed option.
Yes.
That's good because it's got to be football because we're going to have TVs in the place. We still got to be kind of spicy.
That's right.
Yeah, because we want the sports boys to come in.
Yeah.
And just be like, what do you guys got for?
Like, well, what makes it an option? Well, if you want parsley, you can get parsley.
Yeah, we call it a zone read. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. But he can't hate the guy, and that was like going into the game. Like there's always a storyline of like, I hate this team. Like mostly the New England Patriots, because it's like they win everything. It's like, it's easy to hate. Like LeBron, it's easy to hate him.
Yeah.
It's also easy to love him. Like there's these captivating sports heroes, but the big thing was just Andy Reid getting his, and he's just so honest and humble, and he has his wife by his side, and she's just like, Andy works so hard, and he really deserves it, and I love him for it. And it's just like, that man has got, he's got the world by the balls now.
Yeah. Oh God, if he died tomorrow, honestly, like
distinct possibility.
I mean, after eating the biggest cheeseburger you've ever seen, like, let's be honest.
Andy, take your insulin shot before you eat that.
But seriously, though, like, he's done it.
This is probably the vibe. It's a bad vibe that I catch. Did you watched Last Chance U on Netflix, the original ones?
Yeah.
What was the guy, Buddy Stevens? Is that the guy's name?
Yes, Buddy Stevens.
Okay. I love insider. There's nothing more that I like than insider access to a sports team, but a sports team that nobody knows anything about. So like community college football, like that's about as low key as you can get as far as off the grid. And then Netflix comes in and it goes, I like to tape your program, and Buddy Stevens is like, you're goddamn right you can. But like my favorite is like you're at home with Buddy and his wife is like cooking pan-fried chicken as he's drawing up his insulin shot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's tough being a coach. Hold on, I got to take my insulin. It's just like, this is, oh my God. Like he's just like every other like overweight middle American, which is fine. Which is fine. But it's just like, it's the attitude that he does it with, because he's still like this stern, angry football coach at home.
Yes.
While his wife is making collards and pan-fried chicken. And he's just like, I could eat healthier, but you ever had pan-fried chicken? Like it's...
Yeah. And then they're like, he's not like how he is on the field.
It's like bull fucking shit. He's not.
Yeah, it's just like he doesn't swear. And I'm like, okay, so that's the only difference is he substitutes out motherfucker with cockadoodie.
Yeah.
Like
instead of God damn it, he says gosh dang it. Like it's just
God darn it.
Yeah. Mother of pearl, let me tell you. Like it's just I get it.
The conflab it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Gosh dang father, let me tell you. Like,
so he swears at his black sons and not his white daughters. That's really the difference.
It's so true, though. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. It's like there's a narrative you can totally make out of that statement where you could just be like, is there deep rooted racism in that man's body? There could be. We're
in the deep South
Mississippi.
Yeah. We're in Mississippi. Was Scuba, Mississippi?
Scuba, Mississippi. Cadillacs on 22s.
A town with one stoplight. Yeah.
That's a great name for a town. Scuba,
Mississippi.
Scuba, Mississippi.
Yep.
Where where the school mascot is a janitor with one tooth. Like it's just
yeah.
Basically, I come down to our football game back there. I talked about like 25 years.
Yeah, I growl like a lion at every game.
The lion guy.
That guy.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, what exactly do you do? It's like, I'm the lion man. It's like, I just growl like a lion.
Like, that's his job. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything else.
And he
shows up at all the home games.
Yep, he goes into the local.
Growls.
He goes into the local diner. And it's just like, hey, it's the lion man. He's like,
Earl,
Murph.
Murph. Nah, that's not Murph. Murph's another guy. Murph is scalping tickets to a community college
Murph is a
game.
booster.
Yes.
Murph is a booster for the local community college powerhouse.
No, the lion guy, his name is Earl, actually. He also, fixes Chevys.
Yeah. Just Earl's garage, yeah.
So it's like, on the weekends, I'm the lion man, but that doesn't exactly pay the bills.
Yeah, so am I.
So,
I'm a bit of a monkey wrench.
9-to-5ers, I'm a bit of a grease monkey. I got to twist some wrenches.
Yeah.
Hey, listen here, boy. He's that local mechanic with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, listen here now. I'm going to need you to go around the corner down here to Thomas's Pick and Pull. And I'm going to need you to get one of these. And he's holding the part. You have no idea what it is. He's like, take it with you.
Some carburetor or something.
He's like, take it with you. It's called the carburetor linear. And then he gives you the exact name for it. He was like, now, it's the carburetor linear.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. From a 1997 Pontiac Sunfire. All right? You're going to take this down, and you're going to ask for Butch. And he's going to and you're going to tell him, I need this out of the car, because I know you ain't going to remember the name. So take this, tell him you need this. See this? See these parts right here? This is fried. That's not good. So you need a new one.
Yeah, see them chitlins around there? Those aren't good.
Things right there? That's not good.
That's not good.
You need it to look like this. And he shows you a picture. So anyway, and then you come back and he'll fix your whole car for $200. I don't know how he does it, but he does. And then something else breaks and you're going to be fixing it soon anyway. But that's the Lion Man.
That's the legend of the Lion Man.
That's the legend of the Lion Man, Earl the Lion.
Earl the. Everybody wants to be famous. I get it, but just to be small town famous. I mean, it helps.
Have you seen Cheer on Netflix?
No,
it's really good.
So is that? Can you correct me if I'm wrong? So is that? It's a show about competitive cheering, right? And just what goes into it.
Yes, but this is
so it's the age old. So it's the age old tale of is cheerleading a sport kind of thing.
It absolutely is a sport. Okay, they take.
I mean, if I can't do it, it's a sport.
Okay, imagine
people call stacking cups sport stacking. I can't do it. It's a sport.
Okay, picture Last Chance U,
with cheerleading.
With cheerleading. It's a community college.
Sounds fucking hilarious, but also so it sounds like it's super serious. But I feel like I wouldn't take it seriously because I'd be like, it's fucking cheerleading.
Yeah,
man.
but you will because you see, okay, first of all, the coach is fucking ruthless. Everybody gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt, and somehow
this sounds amazing.
This team, it's a community college but they like win like the big national collegiate cheerleading competition like every year, which is in Daytona or whatever.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and they win the shit every year, and they're fucking incredible. So yeah, you got to watch this. Everybody apparently has massive Instagram followings. This one girl on the team.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, but this one girl on the team, like, she has like a line of swimsuits and like all sorts of shit. Like, has this huge following on the internet. JJ Watt likes it. The show, cheer. But yeah, just watch it.
Oh, is that the ringing endorsement? Just like, hold on.
JJ Watt loves it.
Yeah, need to get some implied masculinity. Hold on. JJ Watt likes this.
I mean, who's more masculine than JJ Watt? Ndamukong Suh?
No. Why are you just throwing out guys that don't exist? You're just making up names.
That's a real guy. He used to play for the Lions. You're wearing their hoodie.
Yeah, I know. Is that what is that? That's bad when like you look at someone's hoodie and you go, "Who's that guy that used to play for you like 4 years ago?" Like,
who's really, really manly.
Who's really manly? Used to step on guys' legs
and heads.
Oh, here's a good. Do you remember Albert Hainsworth?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember?
Great Instagram follow, by the way.
Great. I was gonna say he actually is because he's mildly spiritual now, but
he also posts fuck shit,
which I love. It's it's equal parts gospel and equal parts hood rat, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like it's a good yin and
or
yang.
as Jay-Z would say, the duality.
Yeah, it's all about duality. Ho!
It's about the duality. Magna Carta, Holy Grail. It's about the duality.
You do a really good Jay-Z impression. I'm actually a little surprised. It's all about, I've been trying to do like a really good Jay-Z impression, and I've had a really hard time with it. Like, you know, it just sounds like he's just kind of like he's deep breathing when he talks.
Yeah,
she's just like, because he's not actually talking from like the inside of his mouth; he's talking from his throat. So he's just kind of like, like it's just
yeah.
It's just all breath. I don't know. That's one I want to perfect because it's a good. If you can get Jay-Z down, I mean, you can get anything down. Like it's just
pretty much. I mean, it's very Brooklyn.
Yeah,
it's right from Mossy.
Yeah, it's right side of your mouth talking. Like just like listen. Like
I don't know. For me, it forms in the nose. But yeah,
it is. He's pretty nasally too. Like that's true. That's
so
true. Guy's got more money than God. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But anyway, cheer. Watch it. It's really
cheer.
Good.
Watch it.
And what's crazy is just how they basically their whole season is formed on like one routine that's about 2 minutes long,
which is bananas.
And they run it and they run it and they run it, and like the coach, she doesn't care if you're hurt, she doesn't care if you're tired, nothing. Yeah. It's you run it and you run it and you run it. And you run this routine until you can do it in your sleep. Dudes are throwing women in the air, fucking falling over because their backs hurt. Like,
it's like my back hurts. It's like, do it again.
Yeah, he's just laying on the ground. It's just like back hurts.
I do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, like, these are fucking athletes, But
I do remember though, like,
also, like, okay, you played little sports as a youth, them, right?
Yeah.
If you're hurt, what do? You
cry.
You sit down, okay? You sit the fuck down.
I cry, actually, but...
All right. But yeah, you sit the fuck down. If you're hurt, you go out,
you sit down. You sit.
These people, they do not go out until they can't physically do it anymore.
Like, I can't throw her anymore.
And also, as much as the girls get dropped, and they show these girls, like, fall, like, a lot. They're just
throw
the girl in the air. Okay. The next guy comes over, catches her, but if he zigs instead of zags, like she just hits the ground.
I got a really funny story. Okay, so in college, obviously, so we in my fraternity league, because we would have these things called mixers. I think if you're a boy that was in a fraternity, you understand what a mixer is. It's basically you're just hanging out.
I wasn't in one, but you
just hang out. You just hang out with people. So we would hang out with the cheer team because the cheer team actually lived across the street from us. So I remember distincly one night where I got in a full and I just did it just to be a dick, really.
Yeah. You were trying to get laid, and you were doing this thing called negging.
No.
No, you weren't negging. You weren't in your pickup artist days.
Well, I was 21 years old. Like, what do you expect?
Of course. You're trying to get puff.
Yeah, but honestly, I was just having I was having an intellectual conversation as a collegiate about how I thought
spirited debate.
A spirited debate. Wow, a pun. Very nice. About how I thought cheerleading was not a sport, and I just did it just to antagonize, and because I was just like, I can't do half this shit. But all I wanted to do was to have them create a pyramid, and they did. So, so I gotta tell you, enough alcohol and angst into anybody, you can make anybody do anything.
So a 100-pound girl was thrown into the air.
No, they created a pyramid, like out of like the group, and I was just like, all right, prove to me that this is the most athletic feat. I was like, prove to me drunk that you guys can put a pyramid together right now, and they're just like, we fucking can, and I'm just like, do it. And they're like, okay, and then they get in their little circle, and they're like, okay, and then they go out and they start doing it, and I'm like, oh god, I was fucking kidding. I was joking, but to prove a point, they had to show me, and I was just like, I got to be honest, like, and like they're doing it, and I'm talking to my friend, and I'm like, dude, of course this is a sport, like I can't do this shit. Like, ask me to do a back handspring, can't do that,
can't do it,
dude. I wake up in the morning, my feet crack, like that's like act like I can do anything. Like I can't even go to war right now because I have flat feet.
Yeah,
like I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have nothing of value to give to this.
Dude.
But the fact that I just talked my way into getting a pyramid, it's the coolest shit you've ever seen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it was, but what happened is you always get the one girl who like really wants to prove herself. So she's like, I want to get tossed. Okay. Now, mind you,
she wanted to get tossed, huh?
No, she wanted to get tossed in the air.
Yeah, she wanted to get tossed. She wanted to give her the old in out.
We're talking about 9, maybe
nasty.
8. Yeah.
What?
Maybe 9-foot ceilings.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. So my girl gets tossed in the air and she hits her head on the ceiling fan.
On the ceiling fan? Okay, I've done that before.
Broken ceiling fan. You probably remember our house. There was that one broken ceiling fan, like kind of in the middle of the top floor.
Yeah.
Okay, never worked, obviously, but it was there. It's ambiance.
Okay.
She gets tossed and fucking gadoosh, like hits the ceiling fan. Okay, with the most grace in the world, eats it and fucking still plants the landing.
Whew.
With
and you know that shit hurt.
With cheerocracy, just fucking bang,
cheerocracy,
just crushes it.
Wow.
Okay, and then starts to bleed
from her head.
Oh yeah. And now it wasn't like a deep enough cut where like we got to go to the hospital. But it was like I was like, oh shit, kind of looks kind of fucking cool.
Yeah,
like it starts bleeding, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like. But like she starts bleeding, and then obviously testosterone takes over the room. She's like, "Let me help you." It's just like it looks like a stock market full of horny guys, just like going. Let me help you. It's just like I'm gonna stand,
lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand to the side on this one. Like I'm a golfer by trade. I play the short game. Just wait it out. Yeah, just.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got to tell you, everybody. The old adage is like guy with the biggest drive, people dig that guy. It's the guy with the short game that wins.
That's true. But chicks dig the long ball.
Chicks dig the long ball. But then they realize that guy's on steroids, and they're just like, whoa. Wow, he is going to die.
Something about his balls are not quite right.
Yeah, there's something oddly odd-shaped about them.
Literally and physically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your count is low. Again. Yeah, but so that was that. That story just popped in my head because I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Remember that time that girl almost got decapitated by a broken ceiling fan?
I've actually hit my head on a ceiling fan.
Hurts
before.
Like shit, right? Hurts like shit.
What happened?
Made of wood, real sturdy.
Yeah. I was probably about 26 at the time. So what makes it funny was I was an adult at the time.
It's not a good age to get on the ceiling fan. You're supposed to be doing that shit in like your early 20s.
Yeah, maybe you're like early teens, honestly. No, I was 26 at the time. I don't know what the fuck I was doing or why I did it, but for some reason I decided to stand up on my bed with the ceiling fan on. And
I wonder what this feels like.
My head got pretty close to the ceiling fan, and you just a thunk, and it fucking hurt.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, God damn, that hurts.
It's a spinning blade of death.
So no, I wasn't doing some sort of stunt where someone hurled me into the air. There was nothing up there. I just, for some reason, stood on my bed. The ceiling fan is on. Hits me in the head. And I just like grab my head, fall onto that, like, oh, fuck, that hurt. Yeah.
Was that your last apartment?
Yes. Yeah.
Those old ass ceiling fans.
Oh my God.
Or made of like legitimate wood.
Yes.
It's not like this like that whatever the shit like the vinyl stuff now.
Yeah.
It's like flexible. Like when it hits you, it's basically just like cardboard. It's like well, that didn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting hit by like fucking 2x4s. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that thing fucking hurt.
If at the full setting could take a head clean off.
It wasn't at the full setting.
Yeah.
It was at like
Yeah.
probably like 1 or 2. It wasn't at that 3.
I just imagine like you're in gratuitous gambling debt, and like that's how they're gonna threaten you.
Is that how they holding you closer and closer?
Yeah, like you're
to a ceiling fan.
Just like, I'm gonna kill you with your own fan. There's nothing more visceral than getting murdered by your own house.
You just get chopped in the throat by a ceiling fan blade.
It's just like
It doesn't cut your head. It just collapses your trachea.
And you just got the guy who's just like filing his nails on the couch. He goes, I thought about feeding you to the pigs, but I feel like murdering you with your own house would be better.
You know, Canadian serial killer style, you know?
I think it's endlessly hilarious that you pay for the ceiling fan that I'm going to kill you with. That's the most visceral way you could off somebody, especially
I almost died doing that, so there we go.
That's how my mind is thinking right now.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, imagine me, bookie, you owe me $2,500. And it's not like a lot of money, but it's like enough money for me to like want to kill you with your own ceiling fan. See, like you barge into the house, it's just like my baby's asleep, and it's just like, don't worry, we're going in the spare bedroom.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't think you get killed over $2,500.
You get threatened. Like you get
a bookie.
You get your face put towards your own ceiling fan. It's just like, you don't give me my money next week.
They'll break like a nose or a finger over $2,500. Now, it's $25,000 on the other hand.
Yeah,
like,
you're getting killed with your own ceiling fan.
They'll kill you over that. But like $2,500.
Add another zero to that, and a bookie's coming over and he's killing you with your own house.
Yes.
Yeah, he's putting your hand in the dishwasher. Or he's putting your hand in the garbage disposal. And he's just like pretending he's gonna put it on.
I'll do it.
I'll fucking do it. Like,
I'll do it. No, stop. Remember the children.
It's like, I forgot you just had a baby. All right.
Remember the children.
You got a week. Marty. You got a week.
Marty.
It's always Marty.
God damn it, Marty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
God. Yeah, Marty's in some gambling debt, so I love I've been really into like a lot of downstate storytelling. So like I don't know what it is. It's the accent that does it for me.
Yeah.
Where it's just like everything has that extra attitude. Like they could it's hardcore like Long Island, or like even just like hardcore like
Queens or
it could be New York Metro, but it even just could be like just like hard like downstate like Newburgh, like downstate New York, where you catch a little bit of the accent. Where like everything that they do has attitude, but it's not, and it's like very minuscule tasks. Like it's like, I had to go to the post office. Like, you fucking know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just like, yeah, I fucking know what you mean, man. Like I go to the post office like weekly.
I took my mother to the fucking deli.
Yeah, it's just like, and
this guy's intense.
Yeah, it's like this guy. Everything is intense. Like it's always just like fucking. It was Friday, so it's Lent, so mom had to get a fucking fish sandwich. It's just like, okay, like. That's fine. Like fish fries are delicious. It's just like, not when I have to go to fucking across the town for it. It's just like, all right.
It's like, are you gonna fight me?
Yeah.
It's
just like, no, I'm bitching about my mother right now. All right.
Yeah, my mother. I love watching. So I found out that Big Body Bess has a was like Action Bronson's cousin.
Yeah.
Has a YouTube channel,
which I didn't know until like last week.
Yes.
Yeah, actually related.
Okay, there's a video of him at like the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Is there really?
Yes, it is hilarious.
Is it on YouTube?
Yes, it is.
We're watching that after this.
Okay. He's like, how many Puerto Rican women are you getting pregnant tonight? Like, shit is hilarious.
The over-enunciation of like every syllable.
How many Puerto Rican women are you getting pregnant tonight?
Yeah, it's just like every single syllable.
Yeah.
Just I'm hanging on every word you're saying.
Yes.
You have me in the palm of your hand. I'm here. I'm here for it.
Yes. Every syllable is pronounced.
Yeah. Every single letter
But
of
it's
every
said
single
quickly.
But it's amazing how like northeast cities, like that's how it is. Like it's equal parts like mumbling and like perfect pronunciation.
Perfect diction.
Like I don't get it. If we're at like 1 second, like you're in Philadelphia. Okay, you ever had like my parent like my dad's side, like my aunt and uncle from Philadelphia. So like my uncle like always sounded like he had a mouthful of marbles. So he's just like like it's just like going down to Philly, gonna get a cheesesteak. It's gonna be delicious. It's like all right. It always sounds like he's got like 2 marshmallows in his mouth at all times. And it's like I never understood that. But like the equal parts of that, while also pronouncing every single letter of every single word, it's like amazing. It's like you want a cheese stick with the whiz,
and
with the whiz.
Here's what I find really interesting, though, is that there are different accents within those accents. So, like, depending on where your family's from. So, like, for example, a New York accent, if your family is from Italy, sounds different than a New York accent if your family's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Like, you sound more like a Kennedy. If your family's from
it's
Ireland.
Like, I talk like this all the time. It's like,
and that shit still, which is weird because you would think that accent died out like 60 years ago.
You would think.
But no, it still fucking exists.
Yes, but in the lexicon of America, the Kennedys never die.
True. There's more of them. There's always more of them. But yeah, but you would think though that
Arnold's still married to a Kennedy, technically.
He is. But yeah, but you would think that accent in particular died out like decades ago, but in reality, it still exists.
You would think.
You'll hear people that talk like,
Bernie Sanders.
One of my wife's, yeah.
It's his.
His is different than
his
that.
Is more like, his is more like it's Northeast, but
it's Jewish.
It is because he's Larry David. Like we have to just face facts. Bernie Sanders is a politically reformed.
Welfare for everyone.
Yeah. He's a politically reformed Larry David, where he's just like welfare for everyone. I mean,
I'll take the corned beef.
Yeah. I'll take the corned beef.
We're going to Cat's Deli.
Yeah.
They make a really good corned beef and stuffed cabbage.
It's like you just had a heart attack. Like, like
no, but
the salt is bad for you. You know that, right?
Sodium, Bernie.
Yeah. Go back to your 1960s doctor. He'll tell you that salt is bad for you.
Yeah. But I've noticed that though, like because my wife is from Long Island. You go down there, and I never realized this, but like. Different groups of people have different accents in this area.
It's because it's multiple. It's obviously it's multicultural, but it's like it is. It's honestly like it's even like within the country too. Like Ireland or Italy, especially like Italy is just an island full of. There's so many differences.
Yeah,
I'm Sicilian by trade, and you know that because I look like a fucking bear because I'm so hairy.
Yeah,
like I'm pale.
You're more of an otter. Classify you in the gay categories. You'd be an otter.
Wait, what?
You didn't know this?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not spending my time figuring out like the classifications.
Okay, so
how it would look in the gay community.
Okay, so like a straight guy talking about this. So with the gays, I
don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny.
We've had this conversation on the show before. Anything where you use the
gays, the blacks, the Jews.
Anytime you use the word the and then insert race, ethnicity,
just with classification of people.
Sexual orientation, anything. I don't like it. Makes my butthole pucker up. Like it just I know an uncomfortable.
I just picture your little balloon knot going. Yay!
He just said the gays. Oh god!
Okay, so
it's so uncomfortable.
So anyway,
it's like going in a hot air balloon for the first time. Like I don't know if I like this with a fire. Like the fire going into this.
Yeah. So anyway, with the gays, there's.
You look around.
Yeah, like there's anybody down
like
here.
someone's gonna like back handspring into the picture, like hello. Like,
yeah. So anyway, I think that was more offensive than me saying the gays.
I know it's the back handspring thing that did it for me.
Hello. Okay. So anyway, there are like word classifications for like dudes. So like bears are you got bears, and those are like the bigger, hairier guys.
Yeah.
And then,
like when somebody says I saw like two bears in the wilderness, they're just like, I was like, oh, you were like hiking? Just like, no, I was at a community pool.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And it was just two like large, hairy men.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like the more leaner, svelter, but still hairy guys, those are otters.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's
Can I butt in
otters.
for 1 second?
Yeah.
So, my girlfriend and I took a cruise like 2 years ago. And like I said, with enough alcohol, you can make anything fun. That's what I think of cruises, basically. Yeah. Now, I just thought it was just going to be a bunch of guys in like Tommy Bahama like shirts and playing shuffleboard, which there was plenty of. And then we met this couple from Chicago, and I got a really awesome vibe because they were like really hardcore like Chicagoans, like the guys, like I retired. I worked for like the auto industry. I made my money, and now me and my wife just take like 3 cruises a year. Like that's just our thing.
Okay,
but it's the attitude that he does it with, where he's just like playing bingo for sport, and I love it. So we were talking to this couple, and they're like, "We're going to go to this thing at 7:00 tonight. It's a dating game. You guys should go." I go, I don't want to watch this shit. Like I watch Game Show Network. That's what I get. He goes, no. He goes, they take couples of all shapes and sizes. I go, what are you getting at? He goes, just come. I go, okay. So we go.
Just come.
I was like, come hard. So I was like, okay.
Come for me, daddy.
So we go there, and it's literally obviously it's not random. They obviously just like looked at people's genetic makeup, and they're just like, all right, so we have a Spanish couple, a white couple, and 2 bears. And for real. So it's the Spanish couple, and of course they're great at salsa. And I was like, these people can't be. Of course, they're like looking at the checklist. I was like, these are staged. These got to be staged couples. And it's just like, no, these are very real people from very real backgrounds. Okay, so the bears are my favorite, and I am invested. Mind you, I've drank 100 drinks this day. I drank so much.
So you've been drinking for the past 3 days at this point.
14 hours today.
Okay,
at that point. I drank
nothing but whiskey gingers.
7 a.m. There was 7 a.m. There was Bailey's going in the coffee. Like it was just.
Okay.
I'm cruising. I'm having a good time. It's the Bears, and I'm in love with them. I was like, I fucking love these guys. I absolutely love with them. So they're like. They love each other so much, and I can see it. So the guy is like telling me this sob story, and I'm just like all about the dating. It's like it's a popularity contest. So he's just like, so I was a bodybuilder, and I got to tell
he's fucking yoked, isn't he?
Oh, he's humongous, like
big dude,
big 6'4", looks like Schwarzenegger, and then he's dating basically a same version of him, just 5'10".
Okay.
So it's adorable.
So just like 6'4".
It's Papa Bear and Baby Bear.
Okay.
So
5'10".
Yeah.
This is literally me standing next to my dad.
For real.
Which is fucking weird.
Don't put that image in your head. Don't put that image in your head.
Little background. My dad is 6'4".
Yeah.
I'm 5'10".
And you guys look the same.
Weird. But
yeah.
And you're saying he's dating a small version of himself.
Okay, kind of. So this guy is just like, he kind of tells his story. He's like, so I was closeted, and I married a woman, and I knew it was all because I like had to put on this image, and I was at the gym one day, and he came into my life.
I met Dale.
Yeah, basically, his name was Dan. I remember it distinctly.
Yeah.
It was like Dan and Steve. They were very generic names. And he's like, he goes, I was honestly just doing a bench press, and he spotted me, and we just locked eyes, and I was like, this is staged. Like, no, I'm okay, and I'm swirling an old fashioned, like pretending like it's the Oscars. And
because I'm just picturing like 2 just like really muscly, sweatily men.
Yeah,
and it's like I was bench pressing and we locked eyes
for real. But this is the real. This actually happened, and I was like, all right, he's probably adding to the story, but I'm invested.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I'm swirling a cocktail, like pretending like I'm just like I'm going to vote at the Oscars. Like I'm gonna yes.
Okay.
This is a great piece of film.
Yes.
So
You're just the artist.
the artistry. Yes, I love the diction. It's delightful.
The cinematography.
The sound editing is wonderful.
Second to none.
Second to none.
Okay. So Dan and Steve asked Steve to
are so in love, and it's so I'm with my girlfriend. I'm just like, I don't think we can ever be like this in love. Like, I love you, but like I don't like the way that they look at each other. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, so I immediately am voting for them, and they're like, you just cast your votes now, and I'm just like 100 times these guys, like absolutely. And then there's like a talent portion of the show, and they get out and they start doing like the whole like end scene of Dirty Dancing, and it's perfectly choreographed.
Wait, really?
I mean, this is fucking amazing. I was like, how does anybody not like this? This is great. And finally, like at the end of it, I finally lock eyes with our Chicago couple, and like he's just kind of drinking a beer. And he goes, "I told you this is going to be awesome." like he watches enough of his like wife's like choice television.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, I told you this is going to be fucking great.
Enough shit on Bravo.
Yeah, he's just like, I told you it's going to be great, right?
God damn, that Andy Cohen's a messy bitch.
For real, though. And we got done with it, and he like walked out, and he's like, I told you. He goes, better than a Bears game, right? And I'm just like...
Nah, Bears.
Yeah. That's where we found angst with each other, because I was like, I'm from New York, and I was like, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. He's like, God bless your soul, man. I don't know how you do it. And I'm just like, I don't fucking know how I do it.
Like, God bless your soul, man. I mean, the Giants, they haven't been bad over the years. Like,
it's just like, well, I prefer my teams with a little more angst. But thank you for caring. Appreciate that. Yeah, that story just sticks out in my mind, because that was the one thing I remember from our trip, and we talked about it the other day. I was like, do you remember those two bears on the cruise ship?
So you just have the time of my life.
I was like, that was amazing.
And it's two like big, muscly, hairy men.
Not even hairy. They were. Yeah, they got rid of the hair. It was beach. It's beach season. I mean, we're in the Caribbean, for God's sake.
You got to keep some chest hair.
He did. He had enough to know it's there, but it's like his.
I'm sure they were both sexy as fuck too.
Oh no, they were good looking guys for sure.
Yeah, they're two very like.
The thing is though, is like the big guy was the beta for sure, because
really,
which is weird, because it wasn't because of like his stature, it was because it was the dynamic. Like he just knew what he liked, so he was like. So his voice was like kind of deep, but whenever he started talking about him, like the octaves got lower.
Really?
So it was always just like, I met Steve at the gym, and he was just so cute. Like that was.
So he would just switch over to I met Steve at the gym, and he was just so cute.
It was when he was talking about him, his octaves changed, and Steve was just like, "Yep, that's what I knew. I was gonna fall in love with him."
Yeah, we fall in love. I could fucking fall in love with you, bro.
Yeah, and that was basically that's what it was. You know, they had a creatine shake, and they fucking they told both their wives they were gay, and that was it. It was just,
wow.
Well, actually, no. Only one of them was married.
Do you have kids?
One of them had his kids with them on the ship.
Wow.
Yeah. So they got married, and that was how they were celebrating their honeymoon. But they wanted to bring the family. So it was the bigger one's daughter was with them, and the wife.
How old was
the wife with the new husband?
So the ex-wife
with the new husband.
So I'm sure enough time had passed on.
Oh yeah, no,
they've
been together for they've been together for a while, and they like.
How old was the daughter?
She was probably 12 or 13 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, my dad's gay. Like, this is weird for me.
Yeah.
That like my dad, but also how old was she when like her parents broke up?
I can't. I can't tell you an exact age, but but the whole like the story within the story of that, it's just like I'm watching I'm getting it's exactly what it's reality television like happening right before my eyes, and I was like, I feel like this is like who's gonna do? Where's Ashton Kutcher telling me I'm punked? Like what's going on right now?
Because I'm just thinking about this, right? Like, okay, if this is my situation, like I have a wife, I have a daughter. My daughter's 8 months old right now. Let's say when she's 5, I meet a dude at the gym, right? Say his name is Rick.
It's not fun,
right?
To be fair, I think you would be into a Rick. I mean,
I'd be into a Rick. I feel like
Slick. They call me Slick Rick.
Yeah, Slicky. Anyway,
Slicky Rick.
Yeah. Anyway, I meet a dude at the gym. We lock eyes immediately. Now, at this point, I'm sure my marriage is loveless. It's paint by numbers. We tolerate each other, but we both know. So it's kind of like the song "Hey Ya" by Outkast, which is honestly like it's an upbeat pop song, but it's really depressing. Like if you listen to the lyrics,
read the lyrics.
Yeah, the lyrics basically say like we're just staying in this relationship because it's what you do, not because we actually love each other anymore. It's just because this is what mom and dad did. This is what our grandparents did. This is just like this is you get to a certain age, you get a relationship, you stay.
Yeah.
So we're living a hey type relationship, and then one day I'm at the gym pumping iron, and then suddenly getting fucking yoked, fucking gains, bro, fucking sick pump. Fuck, muscles.
All right.
Fuck. So anyway, and I see Rick over in the corner, and like I've locked eyes with him several times. At one point, I just like kind of, you spot me, bro? And I noticed that he's been like watching me the whole time. So now I'm like, I gotta let this guy know I'm not a fucking pussy. So I basically put the side of a barn on like this barbell on this bar, and
side of a barn.
Yeah, and then I like kind of
is anybody not aware of a brick shit house I'm about to put up right now?
And I'm just like, checking in about the 10 bar, and I slide under. Fucking spot me, bro. And then suddenly, like, there's that moment where I slide under the bar, and he's like, puts his hands on the bar to help me lift it off, and we lock eyes, and our spirits collide.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, like, we just know, like, suddenly I'm a baby, and he's a baby, and we're plotting to pull things down off of shells. And then, like, we go into another life, and, like, I'm a lion, and he's a gazelle.
This is
tackling him playfully.
Way more complex than I thought you were going to get.
Like, we're both a whale jumping out of the water and splashing. And, like...
There's a lot of analogies.
Yeah. Like, I'm a lion roaring in the Serengeti. And... and suddenly, like, things come back to, like, life. And then it's like... I might fuck this guy. So, at least that's how, from the story you told, that's what I imagine happened.
It doesn't get any more like complex than that. It's like, I'm gonna fuck this guy.
Like our souls just like, interlock on like the most cosmic level, and then you got to bring it back to carnal pleasures. Just
Of course, it's literally what we're born on.
You got the fucking hiccups, bro.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why. I never, even when I drink, I usually don't get the hiccups.
Yeah.
I think it was when you use the analogies. This really is what started getting me. It's like, we're just whales. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Just a fucking sperm whale jumping out of the South Pacific.
Oh God.
You ever been whale watching, bro? It's fucking majestic.
Sperm whale season.
Well, fucking humpback whale, if you know what I mean.
All right. Before we get ourselves in any trouble, we're going to get out of here.
You're ready to go?
I am ready to go. Yeah.
Right.
It's a late night. We got to get out of here.
We didn't discuss your joke.
Nothing. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. It's not. They're all jokes. I mean, this whole show is it's literally the show's a joke.
It's silly.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of jokey guys being jokes. I had an epiphany. It was random because it's like we're in the dead of winter, but it was like I started thinking about like the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and like what is it after it's over? Like what is it?
What happens?
Does the eating contest turns into a shitting contest? Like imagine. So I just think about it because like I think about it from my perspective. Like I could not. And I will not ever eat that many hot dogs because, impending death.
Yeah.
But like...
Now, Joey Chestnut holds the record right now,
It's got to be like 78 hot dogs.
Yeah.
But really just like my mind wanders, and we could put this on a poll for the boys if they really want to get into it. Like, after it's over, like, what do you think happens? Like, we're not going clubbing after winning the Super Bowl here. Like,
fuck, no, I'm going to...
Yeah.
Well...
How many calories? Like,
who are you on the team? Because all I'm saying is, they say that James Harden plays worst
after a big meal.
Cities that have the best strip clubs.
It's true.
So, and these dudes are in the NBA, like they're going out.
Does he wear New Balance sweatsuits?
He does.
Yeah.
Not James Harden, but Kawhi Leonard does.
Balls.
Now,
the fucking balls in this guy.
I feel like if you win a championship, yes, you're going to go out and party. A la J.R. Smith.
Shooter's going to shoot, though.
Yeah, J.R. Smith, after the Cavaliers won the NBA Finals in, 2016?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
The men...
No. Yeah, 2016 they won.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the shot clock violation.
Yes.
The next year.
Man didn't wear a shirt for, like, the rest of the year. Probably still partying, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's JR.
He hit...
Try and get the pipe Smith.
He hit every DM from sea to shining sea.
Yeah. But we're also talking about people doing athletic things where, like, you actually... After you play a game of basketball, like, you might be a little tired, but generally you feel good. Okay? You eat 70 hot dogs.
There's no way you feel great.
No. And I feel like, first of all, I'm farting a lot. Gonna have to shit. And I'm probably gonna be sweating.
Yeah.
No reason. I'm just sweating for
72 hours of meat sweats.
Smooth 96 hours.
4 days of meat sweats.
I have to become a recluse. I'm in the house. I'm just sweating it out.
Where's Gerald? He's an arachnid for a little while. Just give him a break.
Yeah.
He needs to hide in dark places for a while.
I turn my home into a meat locker. The central AC is on. All the windows and like
why
the
is it
blinds
60 degrees in your house right now? I'm trying not to die.
Yeah.
I'm trying to offset the fact that my internal body temperature is 100 all the time.
Yeah. Just like my pulse high. My blood pressure
also high.
High.
Body temperature well over 90.
Yes.
Well over 99. Like I'm fever always.
We set the AC to 58.
Which is just cold enough to not freeze the pipes. Like we're getting close.
I'm sitting in the house in an ice bath.
Just trying not to die.
I'm watching reruns of Golden Girls so I don't think about dying.
So I don't raise my blood pressure at all.
Yes.
Like nothing epitomizes a soft off like the Golden Girls.
At first I tried to watch Big Bang Theory because it's middle America inoffensive TV.
Yeah.
But then I got frustrated because it's
the laugh track.
Funny.
Because the laugh track.
We actually did an episode about fucking Big Bang Theory's laugh track and how
it's a very honestly, if you need a case study, take the laugh track out of Seinfeld and take the laugh track out of Big Bang Theory and just watch them back to back.
Yeah. And you'll find that
Seinfeld is a progressively funnier show.
Yes. Seinfeld without the laugh track is still
Curb Your
a funny
Enthusiasm.
show. It is. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's still a funny show. Big Bang Theory without the laugh track is actually boring and kind of sad. Yeah. So, but we talked about this, and at that point I had to bring up Badlands Chugs.
Oh, God.
And Badlands Chugs...
Figure you're going to find a way to
plug
him.
So, This man he's on YouTube.
He is.
He weighs a smooth 400 pounds.
490.
Yeah, he's a big boy. And we watched him chug half a gallon of buttermilk about 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Yeah. Before we started the podcast.
Just had to please our palate beforehand.
And his specialty is, I believe he has entered in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
He was. I see he was. Like, he's retired. I think he still does it. He was a professional eater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think he holds world records in, like, sushi eating.
I think you're right. And
could you imagine, like, going to the grave with that? It's just like Badlands. He likes sushi and chugging shit.
Yeah. But his specialty is chugging. Specifically
sugary
soda.
Beverages. Yeah. Every version of Mountain Dew.
So, but he's a large man.
90. Didn't he take down like 96 ounces of like Sprite in like 10 seconds or something
like that?
Yeah,
I mean, we watched him chug like half a gallon of fucking buttermilk in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, watching him, I'm like, that is going fast.
Yeah, that is mostly chunky. He's literally just eating butter right now.
He's chugging thin yogurt right now.
Essentially, what you're doing is you're eating, but you're also drinking. Like, it's like, this is a milkshake, but it's chunky. It's like, that's not a milkshake, man. Like, however much you got to like out psych yourself for this, like, it's still buttermilk.
Yeah, and they show him like pouring the shit into his boot.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and he has a full size like cowboy boot,
like Das Boot from Beer Fest,
and he's just
pouring it in there. It looks like fucking white paint.
Yeah,
it's so thick.
Yeah, it's like, you should probably thin that out. He goes, I'm just going to use my mouth. Yeah. It's like,
So I think with your bit, you got to work Badlands into there.
I'll figure it out.
Just to like,
figure it out.
How does he feel after like an eating?
Probably should just ask him directly. Like, hey man, how do you feel?
Whoa.
He's just a heavy breather, Yeah.
Well, I feel.
I actually have this. It's so awful. So it's so awful, but it's something it's something I oddly think about an uncomfortable amount. So like when I'm when I'm on the toilet in the bathroom, like whenever somebody walks into the bathroom and they're using the urinal and they're like out of breath, like my thought is just like, what if this guy just died? Like right now, like just like, but like not even that, but like we have like where I work, but like, and just in public, like I distinctly remember this the other day. Like I had to take a shit at the mall.
Okay.
Never recommend taking a shit at the mall. Mostly because, I mean, there's plenty of bathrooms, but like it's a mall bathroom. Yeah. So I went to take a shit. The guy that followed me after I started going to the bathroom, I can only describe as like he was taking his last breaths. Like he was like, I don't know what it was. So I just kind of like base it off because, okay, so think about it. So you're in the stall. Okay, the only thing you got, like your only peripherals are the shoes. Yeah. Okay, so like that. Yeah. So you're like, you don't usually know the guy that's behind the stall. Like you don't know what's going on over there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so all I see is like overly compressed New Balances that are broken.
Dad shoes.
No. Like they're dad shoes, but they're like overly compressed because there's too much weight in the shoes. So they're bowing. Yeah. So I was like, all right, so this guy's fucking morbidly obese. Like we know this. Okay. And it's just like he is looking. I can tell like the way that he is like staring at his dick to pee is indicative of like everything that he eats, because he's just like looking at it being like, you fucking piece of shit. You better piss right now. You better piss. You better do it.
Better fucking
I know go. I know there's somebody in the stall next to me, but you better fucking piss.
Better fucking piss.
But he is like,
and his urine is thick.
It's thick and it's just it's cloudy. It's unhealthy. It looks like a bowl of top ramen.
It smells worse than your shit.
For real. But like it's the heavy breathing to push through this piss. It's not. It's
So you're taking a shit.
and
You just hear this guy.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Like, don't act like you're better than this situation. Like, he is like he's just like, he is grunting to force out a piss, and it's just like, and I am taking a comfortable shit right now that's being disrupted by this guy.
You're taking a cozy dude.
I'm taking a cozy it's a shit that I knew was coming.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like one of those like, oh, I gotta go. It's just like, nope, I knew what I ate. This shit is coming. Like, and then I'm listening to this guy slowly die next to me as he forces out his top ramen piss. Like, it's just like, and I'm like, I try not to judge a book by its cover, but the back cover of this book has broken compressed New Balances on, and it's just like, and I'm just like, and it's like the conversation that plays in my head, like, do we need this person? do we need him? Like, it's cryptic, but it's like, but like, do we? Like, it's just, do we need him? Do we though? Like, what's he doing for us? Like,
aside from letting out acidic pisses,
he's poisoning the water supply as we speak.
How many cycles does he have to go through the Brita filter for his urine?
6.
We need a new filter.
He's killed 7 already. But it's like, it's something. It's like, it's awful. Like, it's something that, like, it plays out in my mind more than I like to admit. But it's like, it's borderline dinner conversation.
Yeah.
Like, where I'm just cutting a steak and it's just like, I gotta tell you about the piss I heard about today. This soup brothy piss this guy was taking. This guy was taking next to me, where he's it's like he's passing kidney stones. It's just, and it's like, he's not. It's just a regular day in this guy's life.
This is a
miserable existence. Like, and I just like, and it's like, I don't want to be that guy.
It's just a terrible old guy piss.
Yeah, it's like, you're gonna have that conversation with your wife one day, and I'm just like gonna look at her, and I'm just gonna be like, if I ever get like that, just take me behind the shed. just fucking take me out. I never want to be the grunty piss guy.
Grunty piss guy. Just piss the same color as juke.
Yeah.
It's well hydrated with a tint of blood.
It's like, I think you have kidney stones, man. It's like, I'm just dying.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, his piss is probably the same color as like this wine bottle.
Yeah.
It's yellow, but like there's a brownish tint to it.
There's a little hue of death in there.
It's what death looks like.
It's like, wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like Grim Reaper piss.
Yeah, it's just, there's clearly cirrhosis in the liver. That piss.
Imagine that guy using your toilet in the bathroom, and you walk in, it's like, somebody take a shit in here? He goes, no, I just took a piss, man.
It's the worst smelling piss.
It's like coffee grounds. I know. All right.
Or like smelling someone's balls after they like take a piss in your bathroom.
Yeah.
They're a little musty. And you smell like it's like they smeared their sack against the wall.
They probably did, just to spite you for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, what is your motivation here, man? Like, why did you do that? She's like, I don't fucking know. Like,
you got those fucking hand towels I can't use, so
felt
I rub my balls across.
Just felt like duck saucing your bathroom. Just
duck saucing. I'm a sauce up your bathroom.
That's gonna be a thing.
That's disgusting. I love it.
What do you call a situation where somebody uses your bathroom and then for some reason they just graciously take their sweaty balls and just swipe it across your walls? Let's call it duck saucing.
Lil Uzi Vert would say saucing it up.
Yeah, really. Yeah, or as I would like to say, because it's got MSG in it, so it's duck saucing.
Just sauce it up.
Yeah.
Just the schmear. A schmear of cream cheese.
A schmear of duck sauce.
Across your walls. Just, oh, God.
Well, you walked into that one. So.
All right, boys.
Yes, it was good. Good stuff. Good material.
What did we talk about today? We talked
I
about...
fucking no idea. Like just
Andy Reid.
His... a new menu item for Charlie Mustard's.
Yep.
Which is essentially just a mashup of like every fast food like single cheeseburger just slammed together. Like,
yep. Covered in
Hormel chili and Velveeta cheese.
Hormel chili and Velveeta cheese. Sprinkle parsley if you're feeling healthy. Yeah. We call it the Reid option.
We call it the Reid option. And if you put a little parsley on it, it's just a zone Reid.
Yeah. What are we gonna call this episode?
You just have to find out when you download this here podcast. So,
well, I mean, we're an hour and 40 minutes in, they would have downloaded the podcast.
Download, subscribe, 5-star reviews. Just chill us out.
That's right, boys. All right, boys.
All right. Good night, and Godspeed.
Be safe out there, boys. I love you.
And wear a condom, for God's sakes.
Please call me back. Nah. There are two things in this world I don't fuck with. Rattlesnakes and condoms.